uncut and unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. You're live with Martin G. Johnson, aka the Crime Chaser. We are on here broadcasting live. Come on in, people. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people, come on in. Come on in. It's a good day, and just thankful to be here. Make sure you like the video when you come in. I need you guys to like the video. We're going to talk about a lot of topics today. As you know, it was a beautiful day here in the city of Chicago. We know that when the weather warms up, the violence is spikes. So we praying tonight that all the carjackers and the armed robberies and the stick-up men, that they gun jam tonight, that there be no killings. We're praying. All right. All right. What's up, Miss Jackson? All right. King Pisces, what's going on? I miss you guys. You know, I used to come on late, but, this is actually my second time on today. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in with me. And it's a blessing to be able to come to you in the moment of time. We got a lot going on. We got nail salons people fighting inside of a beauty supply store, and man, folks shooting, killing each other, and there's all types of stuff going on. And we got domestic violence. We got a lot of stuff that's going on, people. Make sure you share this video, like this video. Please do that for me. That would be appreciative. All right, very appreciative. And I promise you, we might get a couple of hours tonight. We're going to take some phone calls tonight. I'm waiting on a lot of you guys to come on in, and I know a lot of people are getting ready for tomorrow. They got to get up and prepare to get the children up and in the morning. It's a lot going on, but I appreciate those that can tune in and those that will tune in later. And I want to thank all my enemies and my haters. Thank you for watching in the back room, because I know you're watching. I know you're watching, but I appreciate you. Just keep on watching and make my viewership go up. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, LaDonna, I see you. All right, Rosie. What's up, Rosie? Tamara. All right, I see you. No, man, I'm not going to do another protest. They ain't got no business going inside them places. Hey, Nathan, that's too much energy, brother. I'm not doing another protest. I'm sorry, not for that. They know better going in there. Sandra Collins, they know better going into that nail salon, that beauty supply house. They know better, but they continue to be defiant. Jimmy Dean, what up, brother? Yeah, so they listen. They can do whatever they want to do, man. Listen, some folks don't want to be saved. You tell them something, they get mad at you, roll their eyes, and they already got ladies, don't you know that they have tested, I believe it was 12 different strands of hair, synthetic hair, and all of them, with the exception of one, I believe, that had cancer causing stuff in it, chemicals in it. And that's why our sisters are running around here with cancer and stuff, with all these synthetic hair on their head, these wigs and weaves and stuff like that. There you go, Martin. There you go. No, don't get me wrong. Now, some of the weaves be looking nice, but we're talking facts now. I'm not on here trying to signify against no women. I'm not afraid of you, but hey, if you want cancer, that's sure one way of getting cancer when you're dealing with that much strands of hair. They do a study on it. My brother Lewis Ramsey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Succeeding to good evening, Martin, in the chat. And listen, people, The teens was downtown. Two of us were shot Sunday. That's true. Listen, where are the parents at, people? Where are the parents at to some of these teenagers? Man, listen, people. I don't know. I don't know. I know these are rebellious. I have a teenager, and they like to do whatever they want to do. They don't want to follow no rules. Some of them. I'm telling you, it's a job. Memphis in the building. MD was for MDJ 901 in the house. Leonard. All right. Somebody coming in. Trayvon. Okay. All right. This live, uncut, unedited. And listen, people, they was fighting at the nail salon. I mean, nail beauty supply house. I can't tell y'all what happened. I wasn't even trying to find out. I didn't even go nowhere near that place. I don't want no parts of it. All the flashbacks coming back in my mind. People, I've told you guys over and over about these nail shops, these beauty supply. There's enough black-owned beauty supplies out that you guys can go to. I'm just telling you real. Some of y'all just love to get your behind whooped. Period. I can't stop. Hey, I can't stop it. You might. Some of y'all might like it a little. You know, you might like it a little. I don't know, but it's good, man. We taking calls, people. I think my call line is working today, so let me put up the number because I had a problem with it yesterday, and I'm like, man, I tested it before I got on here live tonight. So, yes, they say that the synthetic hair has bad chemicals causing cancer. Stay away from my black queens. Stay away, my black queens. I'm just telling y'all, sister. Now, some of y'all look good with your extension braids and with all different types of hairs. Now, listen, I like weave as long as it's looking good and man. But people, hey, get that door for me, Trey. Pull that door. Yeah. Hey, and that's what I'm saying, people. Hey, listen. I'm not trying to signify on win, but y'all know what's going on. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? I see you. Okay, now y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Now I'm not gonna look down on you if you want cancer. Go ahead. Go ahead. If you want cancer, go ahead. Somebody said, "How do you feel about a situation with the 66-year-old killed in Walmart parking lot?" I feel the same way about all the killings. I don't like none of it. None of it. None of it. None of it. Yeah, it's working right. All right. Yeah, we're taking phone calls. We got the phone line open. We're going to be talking about a variety of things. We're going to go to our politics, but I want to talk about the beauty supply that was fighting. They was fighting and a couple of shootings and things like that. Go ahead, my dear sister, 9433. Go ahead. You're live, uncut, unedited with Martin J on the line. All right.
Hey, Martin, I just want to say, Martin, our people, we got to help our own people. It's sad that we losing our brothers, our kids, and it's praying for them
Okay.
because so many people are depressed, so many people are lost, and so many people need to hear love. They not being loved. They not being hugged.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, so many people need. I think we all need love. I need love. You need love. I mean, we all need it. I'm
Of
not
course,
talking about a
of
sexual love.
course.
I'm talking about love.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking about love. I'm talking about love. You might need a hug one day. You might need an uplifting song. You don't know what people be going through, but you might could help that person with just saying "I love you."
Mm-hmm.
Or guess what? Guess what? If you need to talk, I'm your listening ear. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna listen to you.
So well, let's get back. Let me get back on. I love. Let's get back on this synthetic hair that they call the human hair, and this have uh cancer causing agents in it, the chemicals in it. Let's get on that. What you got to say about that?
I have not had no weed in my hair for 4 months. I'm getting ready to lock my hair. I'm getting
Okay.
ready to go natural, all natural. I'm
Okay.
not bearing no weave. I'm not putting no more hair in my head. I'm doing my own hair.
Because they yeah, because they said it's causing cancer. Got what causing chemical agents in it, cancer chemical agents inside of it. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah. Hold on, but it's just
Yeah.
Sarge. Go ahead, Sarge. Sergeant.
Hey Martin, I remember when you was doing the protest and
Mm-hmm.
everything
Mm-hmm.
and all that with the beauty salons and
Uh-huh.
all that other stuff, and they right back up in there. Now at that time I said it's gonna be a waste of time, and I got called all out my name and all of that, and then reality kick in. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's like some type of abuse thing. Folk love being abused
Mm-hmm.
because black women can do black women's nails and hair just as good, and if not better than any other woman. Because what was that woman? She became the first black millionaire
Oh,
in hair
Madam
care.
Walker, Madam Walker, Madam Walker. Yeah,
Madam
that,
C.J. Walker.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what? Now y'all going to Yingling, Ling Wing, Ching Ching. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got one of them to do what you could do for your own. And then like you got some cases you got overcharging, not in that. But I was like, say if you was to come down here, I don't know if you drink, if you don't drink, say you come down here, me, you, 901, we gonna go hang out, go to a little spot, get us a little something to eat, this and that, right?
Right.
Okay. We drive down there. It's gonna be somebody standing on a gravel lot that's gonna tell whoever driving, me or her, it's $40 if you park, it's $70 if we park your car.
Mm.
We ain't even got in yet, right?
Right.
We ain't even went in and bought nothing to eat. Then when we go in there to get whatever we want, while we waiting on the food, we done ordered a couple of drinks.
Sarge,
It's
where you
gonna be
going with this?
25%.
Sarge,
It's
where you
gonna be
going with this?
25%.
We
Where
got
I'm
time.
going with this is just I'm giving you an example,
Okay,
Mark.
come on with it, man. I got another caller.
The
Come on with
over
it. Yeah.
okay, the overcharging. Now it's a lot of blacks that could be making a whole lot of money, at least down this way, but they taxing each other. Just like you got that hair thing up there. I mean the hair and nails thing. Blacks down here in Georgia are abusing each other financially. See, you're gonna get charged a gratuity, then they're gonna charge you a convenience fee if you swipe a card.
Mm.
How you gonna charge somebody 35% every time they swipe their card?
Mm.
No, that's if you spend $100, it's $135 out your pocket.
Right.
So, man, black folk need to get it together.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, hold it right there. Before Marcus come up, y'all. Now let me just say, for those who've just tuned in, we're going to talk about several things today, but right now we're talking about, a lot of us, we've seen that fight in the nails in the beauty supply. Somebody said it was on 71st in Michigan. I don't know where it was at. I can care less where it's at. I'm not going to protest. I'm not doing none of those things. If you guys continue like abuse, go ahead and get abused. That's all I can tell you. Get abused. Okay, we got an anonymous caller calling, and we are not taking no anonymous callers. You got my number. I should have yours too as well. So I'm sorry, anonymous caller. I'm sorry. I can't accept your call. I am so sorry. I cannot accept your call. You got to call back with your number showing. I promise you, I will not give your number away to anyone. Trust me. Anonymous caller, you would have to call back with your number showing. I am so sorry. I can't accept your call. I'm sorry. I can't accept your call. I cannot accept your call. Appreciate you for calling, though. Okay, go ahead, Marcus. Marcus, go
They
ahead.
have been warned. I'm here.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go
They
ahead.
have been warned. They have been warned throughout protests for years. You all have been out there protesting these nail salons, beauty supply, even restaurants. And yet black people continue to support these industries that don't represent us, that don't know how to treat us. If you taking too long to decide what you want, they ready to rush you out of their place. You even had black women coming at you on 83rd over there for protesting but on behalf of their own benefit. So evidently, some of these women like being treated the way they're being treated by these Koreans. And these young women, unfortunately, they're lost. They don't care. There's this generation of young people, and I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. Let me make that perfectly clear.
Please do.
Don't care about what's going on in their community. They don't think that, well, if you don't support that Korean business, then maybe that spot can go for somebody black. And not all black people are angels. But come on, we know how to talk to our people, and we do stick together. I'm tired of people saying that we ain't got our stuff together and we don't stick together. We stick together. But the problem is these banks won't let us own stuff like we could own stuff in our community. The city got issues. They if we go out there and sell corn on the street, they asking us for a permit, but they'll walk right past the Mexicans. Okay, so our people got to quit patronizing these places. Otherwise, they're going to continue to be treated like crap. I don't know what happened, but I heard it was on 71st and Michigan.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
I don't know what happened, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you or anybody else that's an activist for not protesting, because what's the use of protesting, getting locked up, and they still going in the store afterwards? They still going in the one on 83rd. What good? And I'm not saying that you didn't do any good, but what good did it really do? Because the black women are still going in the one on 83rd. People are still going in what was known as Misha down there on 47. What good did it really do? Why get locked up for people who ain't trying themselves?
And that is so sad. And you're right, Marcus. We work so hard and long and protesting these nail salons, educating our sisters and things like that. Well, they said, well, Martin, you racist. You don't like nobody. And that's not true, people. You don't never hear me having a problem with us shopping at other places. I always say we shop at our own first. But my thing is, if you like somebody whooping upside your head all the time, okay, guess what? Well, they said, well, Martin, they shouldn't have been stealing. Even if they stealing, they don't have the right to put their hands on you. They don't have the right. Listen, people, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to put it out there since they don't want to tell it. Down Five Guys, I believe it was like last week, about a week ago. There was an 60-some-year-old lady went inside there. She was on a cane. She's overweight. I believe she had a service dog. They whooped her inside there. We're talking about the employees. Put, 84 stitches in back of her head. 84. And she afraid and won't say anything. That's the thing telling me. I said, sister, listen. Tell me, this happened at Five Guys on 11th and Wabash, if y'all want to know. They bust a black elderly woman in the head with something. She got 84 stitches in back. I think it was 84 stitches or something like that. So they had to hit her with something real hard. I don't care what. These are the employees now. I ain't talking about two customers in there fighting, employees fighting. So, and most of these people working there, they're immigrants, Spanish descent. And they were saying stuff that I'm hearing like, you the ones that need to be deported, talking about the black people. So I'm going to tell y'all people, black people, we really don't have no friends. We really don't. Nobody likes black people. They only like our money. They like our swag, but they don't want to hang out with us. Trust me, when it's time to get persecuted. I'm just telling you the truth. And Sarge, I'm not playing the victim game. Some black folks don't like black folks, period. They can't stand you. They're not going to spend their money with you. And if they call a business and if a black person pick up and they think on it, they're going to hang up because they don't think nothing good can happen from it, come from it, period. They don't believe black people can cut grass. Hold on, Sarge. They don't believe black people can do nails. They don't believe none of that. Listen, they don't even believe Foundation Black America can do extensions and weave and all that. Some of them, because Africans are known to do the braids and stuff like. So Sarge was saying earlier, a lot of time our sisters and brothers we overprice each other. Sometimes I look at it like this. Sarge, this is the way I look at it. If I get a loyal customer that come to me all the time, I can afford to go down on the price because I know he or she is coming back, opposed to hitting them upside the head when I first see him. Now they run in the back of their mind, I think she looks expensive. I like the hairdo, but they're a little pricey. Folks go on where they can get a good deal at. But me, it ain't even the deal sometimes, Marcus. It's just the keeping that dollar circulating in people's hands that look like me. That's what it's all about. Now, I may go to Jewel's and I may get some eggs for cheaper than I go to a black-owned grocery store, if we have one here in the city of Chicago, because I don't know too many we have. Now, when I went to the black-owned gas station out there in Dixmoor, man, that gas was like, what, 35, 40 cents more than what the regular gas stations are. But I went on and paid it. I patronized it. I did. It was a little pricey.
You know what we make our mistake at?
Go ahead.
You know what some black merchants make their mistake at? I remember growing up in the hood, and this was a time when the Arabs was coming into our community. And the black store owners didn't know how to treat the black people that was coming in there. I mean, they'd make fun of you. They would talk about you. They would try to cheat you out your money, thinking that you didn't know how to count or whatever. And so one day, I stopped going to this particular store, and I went to the Arab store. Now, I didn't want to go to the Arab store, but they knew how to treat me as far as customer service, based on going to this black store that was right in my backyard, right behind my house. She was overpricing with the washing powder. Everything was overpriced. I mean, she was selling Tide higher than what Tide was selling it. And she didn't want to take pennies. She didn't want to take any type of coin. I'm like, what? She eventually shut down, and today it's a vacant lot. We lost a lot of black businesses in our community because they ain't know how to treat their black people. We want to be treated with some respect too. We don't just have to buy from you because you're black and you treat us any kind of way.
But let me just say this, Marcus. I want you to think group now. Think economics.
Yeah.
Most white people are not going to shop in black businesses. Spanish people are not going to shop in black businesses. I'm just telling you, Marcus, I got to tell you. I know we got this thing, it's my money and I can spend it anywhere I want. Yes, you do. Yes, you can. You have that right. But listen, people, don't just give your money away to anybody. These people don't care nothing about you. They don't care. Listen, let me explain something. Explain a little business to a lot of my people, and I want to say this. You may have 50 owned Arab gas stations. They go in and buy stock together, opposed to two blacks. Who you think is going to be able to get a better deal, cheaper prices? The Arabs, because they buy in bulk. So a lot of times, these black businesses, independent black businesses, they cannot compete with a lot of these stores out here. They can't do it. I'm sorry. They won't be able to do it. You got to make up in your mind, regardless what the price is, I'm going to still support black businesses. And I'm not saying that I don't go in other people's business. That's a lie. I wouldn't be saying it. But I do my best to keep money in people's pocket that look like me. Period. I'm just me. That's what I do. I make it a business to do that. Make it in my mind to do that. But I got another caller. Hey, caller, how you doing? 2067. How you doing, my dear sister?
Hey, Martin.
How you doing?
Pat, how you all
I'm ready to get a sermon. I know you've been let us have it. Go ahead.
No, you know what? That was a great point about the hair. I tell you, you had me looking things up with respect to that. And there are a lot of studies that they're starting to do on that. It's even one type, that they're saying has lead in it. And also they said that some of it could have something that is causing leukemia.
Yeah,
like
cancer.
With the benzene.
Benzene. There you go. I was trying to think of
that name. Can I say something real quick?
Preaching.
Let me say something real quick. Now, ladies, don't take it personal. I like weave. I like to see y'all look beautiful, though. I'm not against it. I got 4 daughters. They wear weave, and that's what they do. That's what they do. But I'm saying this. This is serious business. Let's put it aside all the joking and all that. If you want cancer, if you want something that's sitting on top of your head that got cancer causing chemicals in it, go be my guest. Do what you do. Do what you do. I'm just being real. They already tell you this should be a wake up to all of us. All of us. I'm serious when I say us black people, because you got some men, they wearing weave too. They got weave in their dread. So don't think that men are wearing it too. Not me, but men are wearing it. Seriously, ladies. And ladies, y'all gonna have to find some other way to look beautiful, because I mean it can happen. It can happen. It really. Go ahead, 2087. I'm sorry I had cut you off, but I just had to say that because
that's okay.
I don't want the women to think that I'm on here trying to go hard on them about weave and all that. No, because see, men say they don't like weave, but they showed up in women's face with weave. They talk with the weave.
Right.
Men say they don't like women wearing tight clothes, but they showed up looking at women with them tight clothes, print and everything. It's like it's painted on. So you can't say what you don't like, but if your woman catch you looking at that, entertaining that, then you hey, I'm talking to the brothers now. Real talk. So we have to be careful.
But you're educating people, Martin, because that's something that many of us may not have known until you brought that up. And isn't that what it's all about? Is us getting together and having these conversations at the table to provide that? Because this is an area that they just started testing. So the guy that started testing, his name is James E. Rogers. He's PhD director and a product of head safety testing. So they just started doing this. This wasn't something they just had us wearing the hair. You know what I mean? They weren't testing. They didn't care about the quality of the hair.
Now, as you've been a woman, and I want to say this in no disrespect, is it really a such thing as real human hair? Putting it in your head? I believe all that stuff is synthetic. Maybe blended in with some human hair, but come on now.
I don't think. Yeah, no, it is different types.
Okay.
But it used to be a time, Martin, where if you remember, back in the day, it used to be a type where women didn't want anything synthetic in their hair.
Right.
They were like, no, I want the human hair, and it's definitely a difference. But now it's a time where it's not about quality anymore.
But is it really such thing as human hair? That's what the question I'm trying to ask.
You can definitely tell the difference because of what it does. How it reacts.
Okay.
Things you're able to do with it.
Yeah, we know.
Wash it.
Yes, it is, man.
Okay, I'm just asking because what they call a human might be synthetic too as well. So
no,
okay.
it's the way it reacts.
Okay.
Like
I wouldn't know. I'm just
that curling iron,
right,
and all of that. You
right.
put that to it, it's not melting.
Okay. Well, when I cut my hair,
Martin, the way they do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When I cut my hair, I'm gonna sell my hair.
I can explain to you the way they do it.
You gonna sell yours, Martin?
Yes, I am. You think I ain't? Mine's real, and you might get a blessing with me.
Be in line.
All right. I'm gonna sell it.
Martin,
Listen.
do you remember the Norfleet brothers when they had grocery stores all over Chicagoland area?
No, I don't. I'm old enough probably to remember, but I don't.
They used to be a singing group, but they also had Black-owned grocery stores.
Okay.
In the old days.
Sergeant, I'm gonna come back to you. Let me take this new call. Then you next, Sergeant.
Okay.
3268. Come on, caller, real quick. Come on, caller.
What's going on, Martin?
What's going on? Oh, it's just Mr. Roosevelt. Hey, Roosevelt. I love Roosevelt soft voice. That's my buddy, boy. Roosevelt, how long we been knowing each other? Nah.
We're over like 10 to 12 years.
Okay, good. Yeah. Me and Roosevelt ain't never got into it or nothing. That's my brother. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
Oh no, you cool, man,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
But I was calling in about the whole hair thing. Now I know everybody has their opinion, and I
Right.
know I'm gonna come a little bit from the opposite side, so I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way.
Okay.
But you say how you like weave, Martin.
Yes.
Me myself, it might look good, but in reality, I really don't. And I'm gonna explain why. Because as far as I'm concerned, if God wanted you to have that kind of hair or whatever, He would have automatically just given it to you. And I don't believe that you're supposed to take something false and phony and just put it on yourself. And yes, this is a little bit of knowledge and everything, a point of instruction too. Yes, a whole lot of this hair that they sell is human hair. But come to find out that, did you know, and I don't know if anybody's touched on this, that some human hair is actually cut off of, let's just say, dead people, because a couple of years ago, I was doing some research on one of my own videos, and it said that there was a woman, she put this stuff in her hair, and it was real human hair, and later on, she started having these headaches. So she went to the doctor, and they did an x-ray, a CAT scan, and everything of the brain, come to find out that there were maggots in her brain from the so-called human hair that was in her head, because the hair was cut off of a corpse, off of a dead person. So just to call yourself, what's the matter with the way God made you? Everything that God made is good. So what are you doing to this stuff? And plus, like you said, with all of this ear dyeing and all of this other kind of stuff, that stuff is known to cause, later on down the line, it can cause cancer and cause all kinds of other problems. I mean, just like right now, so do you know I go completely bald because pretty much I done lost my hair and everything, but I'm not going to, go and do something stupid like put a whole toupee and nothing up there and nothing like that, because, I mean, I had it when I was younger, something it was good. Now that I don't and everything, just cut it all off or whatever, because I don't believe you should have to rock a George Jefferson either, because that looks so stupid. So, no, and, I think whatever God made is good. I don't think that you have to go and enhance and screw up God's creation. Like you see women who give themselves breast implants and BBLs and all of this other kind of stuff. That is so phony. Even in the Bible, God says that He hates every, when you say every, I believe you mean everything, every false way. That's a false way to me. So, so therefore it might look good or it might look good or whatever to you, but you might think that you're, getting away with this whole thing now. You might be getting away with it now, quote unquote, but you're not going to get by later on if you happen to get cancer or if you wind up with maggots on the brain from human hair, because they said when this woman had this human hair in her head, it was cut off the heads of people, of corpses, because when somebody does pass away, and everything, the body does build up insects and builds up maggots. So you're cutting off the hair and everything, and you're putting it in the head, and it goes in the person's, head and could go to their brain. So then she had to go get it all cut off and have like special brain surgery and all of that. So then they're not looking at the only thing they care about is now. They're not looking at the long-term effects of all of the stuff that people are doing.
I want to ask the women a question. Sorry, I know I said you next, but I want to ask the women a question. Now, I know in the scripture it says that the hair is the woman's glory, and so women, to me, I'm asking a question. They feel a certain way when their hair is not done. When their hair is done, they feel. I mean, it's something about when a woman's hair is done. It makes her feel. I don't know. It makes her feel a certain way. Maybe a woman can explain that to us men, because I don't want to make this into a man and a woman debate, because we're definitely talking about cancer causing agents on that. Yeah. Okay.
And the thing is, you can't tell them nothing either, because as soon as you say something about like what they put on or something, or if they have a BBL or if they have weave or something, boy, you say that, boy, it's almost like, boy, to a whole lot of women, it's almost like you called their mama the Great White Whore of Babylon or something, because they get pissed. But they get more pissed about that than anything else that you could ever say about them. That's even much more serious. Why that is, I don't know. Maybe a woman would have to explain it, but that's the case.
Because I want to hear from a woman. I want to hear from a
And
woman.
sometimes it's your
Go ahead,
your
sister.
delivery.
Okay.
It's not, you know,
Hey,
the
Marcus.
saying.
Okay.
It's not what you say, but it's how you say it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if you think about, like for instance, if you were talking to someone, you know, the way that you came up and you kind of, you know, gave your thoughts from the, you know, your point of view in that. So if you were telling someone from that angle, that might, you know, be insulting to someone that may be close to you that you may be trying to share. But, you know, if you said it in a different way, giving them some facts, you know, that may be a different way. Kind of like the way Martin approached the conversation, and he gave both sides of it. He gave several sides, and that made it a little bit, you know, more comfortable for us. But for us women, hair is our reflection of our personal style, our self-love, our identity.
Mm-hmm.
So it does make us feel good. You know, I'm not a wig wearer. Like I've, you know, done like, you know, sew-ins and things like that. But fortunately for me, I have coarse hair, but I'm not a wig wearer. I probably wouldn't do good with that adhesive thing that they're doing now. You know, I've asked people that I know that wear them, like in hot states especially. I'm like, how do you all do that? But, you know, women, we would definitely go through a lot for, to feel good about how we look.
Go ahead, Sarge.
And think about a person with chemotherapy,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
that goes through chemo. That's the first thing they think about is losing their hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seen that happen before, but yeah, Martin, I tell you, when I come back and visit Chicago, I go in the old neighborhood. Now maybe nobody else noticed this because they right there, right? Well, you got all these little stores, these Arab stores. You know, every time I go there, I'm seeing more and more mixed babies.
Now, Sarge, how we going from
Anybody
baby?
ever looked at that?
Sarge, stop it. Let's stick with
No,
the
no, no.
subject, man. I know. I
Hold
don't.
up, we
Sarge, you
talking
keep
about
changing.
shopping.
Sarge, please
No,
now.
Martin.
Come on,
Martin,
man.
this has
What?
to do with shopping at.
Okay.
This has to do with shopping at black-owned businesses versus the businesses that are there.
Okay.
Now, we as a people should be looking out. We should be looking out for our children. They shouldn't be in them situations that they in with them predators down there. See, that needs to be looked at. And with the hair subject, remember Cameron Hall? Remember her?
Yeah.
Always fine. And her hair ain't never been long as a whole finger. And she was fine all the time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what is with. They gotta have the doggone 48-inch long weave looking like the Cowardly Lion from the Wizard of Oz.
All the way down below.
Y'all signify. Hold it, y'all. Hold it. We don't listen, people. This is let me just say something. We're not here to signify, people. Y'all keep y'all personal comments to yourself. We here to address the hair and the chemicals in the hair.
Well,
this is serious.
true.
I know it's true, but don't listen.
True.
But hold it. Let me just say this, people. I don't want to get into a debate on here with a bunch of women. You know, I just don't want to do that. The message that I want to bring, we talk about black owned, and I want to get the message that this is a serious matter about chemicals causing cancer, causing agents, chemicals inside this hair. We got little bitty children are wearing hair, people. Weave, little bitty babies, 5 and 6. You know, this is something that we got to take serious. So I'm not. Hold on, Sarge. Hold on. I'm not trying to get into a signifying matter or challenge to women, because you got some women. I'm gonna wear my weave no matter what. I don't care what they say. We got that from something. See, I'm not looking for that attitude. Now, some women are gonna have that attitude. Yeah. I'm looking for those that have a serious general serious concern about what's inside of those chemicals inside the hair. Maybe they need to get some human hair or grow their hair or something. It's come on, people, because I believe the hair industry is over $1 billion in synthetic hair. Over $1 billion.
Well over.
Martin,
Well over.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Can I say this?
Yes.
Some of these women, I've seen them with their real hair. And what I don't understand, why do they feel they need extensions when they got beautiful hair, naturally long grown hair? I think it's a peer pressure thing. And as long as the men like it, they're going to continue to do it. As long as the boys and the men like it, they're going to continue to do it. Just like people talk about the young men wearing their pants below their waist. You can tell them that started in prison all day long. But as long as the young females like it, they're going to continue to wear that style. Until these men stop liking women that wear weave and telling them, I like you for who you are. I don't want.
That's not what we're talking about. We were talking about hair cancer, and we were talking about Black businesses. We're not talking about hairstyles. This wasn't a hairstyle.
Well, no, what I'm saying is until the men stop liking it, they're not going to stop wearing it until they stop liking it. I know we're talking about chemicals and how that affects. And yeah, people need to check the labels on what they're being put into their body, because that's toxic going into you. That's dye. That's paint. That's a chemical going into your body, and it's going up on top of your head. That's going into your brain. That's something they really need to pay attention to. They need to start reading the labels on those hair pieces before they even have that stuff. And the glue that they use to put.
Again, I want to educate you, men. Men are wearing weave in this day and age too. They got weave too. Some of these men with these locks, they have some things in it too. Cause see, what I'm trying not, and I'm gonna say this again for those that want to call in. We're taking calls. We're not making this a women against men and men against women. I don't want that. We talking about supporting Black businesses. We're talking about hair that has chemical that causes cancer. All right. Now, if you don't like a woman with weave, don't talk to her. Don't even look at her. Period.
Don't worry, I won't.
Period. You know, so hey, it is what it is. So we're not trying to
look at them guys with the Rick Ross beard. You know those are fake beards. Because ain't no way all them men got that exact same beard, that spray on, glue on hair on their face.
That's stupid too.
And all that. And so men, Black men are wearing just as much fake hair
Sarge.
look as Black women are too.
All right. Let's take this call. We got an out-of-town guest, 206 area code. Hey, caller.
Hey, y'all, what's happening? Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Man, y'all are beautiful, man. I love some of the discussions y'all have. I'm living out here on the West Coast, but I'm born and raised right there in Hyde Park in Chicago. Lived there 30 years before I left. Let me say something. This is an important subject. Let me say something. This is my experience, particularly to the brother that was saying it's what the men like and the men want this. And the men, no, it ain't. That ain't what it is. All men at one point were sons. They were boys. And during their youth, they were learning. And the primary teacher of the youth is the parents. And the primary teacher, in my opinion, y'all may disagree, is the mothers. The reason the brothers like the long hair, the weaves, S-curl, jerry curl, whatever type of hairdo it is because they grow up under Black women. They got this garbage in their hair, turning their back on themselves, turning their back on their heritage, turning their back on their real image that they should be. You said that the artificial weave industry is how many billions of dollars?
It's $1 billion. I know it's over $1 billion.
The Black women in America should dominate that industry.
Yes.
Guess who's buying a lot of it? Brothers learn from their mothers. Mothers pass down their values to the children. So it doesn't make sense for us to blame. Well, I mean, Black men, listen, I'm a Black man, and some of y'all on this call are Black men too. I'm going to say this, I'm going to land my plane. We're responsible for a lot. We do a lot wrong. But there's no gender. There's neither one of us, and there's only two genders, by the way, who does more wrong or less wrong than the others. The mothers deserve a lot of responsibility for this because this is what they teach their children with their twisted values. And these values are twisted, not entirely because of them. If you really begin to look at what the Black woman has gone through in nearly half a millennia in this country, no, it's a miracle we're not more screwed up than we are. But children, sons and daughters, girls learn to wear it and boys learn to like it because this is what their mamas, big mamas, and aunties show them. I'll land my plane there.
Okay. All right. We got Bill next.
It's almost a $4 billion business as we speak right now.
Okay.
Almost a $4 billion a year business.
Okay. Go ahead, my dear sister, real quick before Bill. 2067. Go ahead.
And white women wear weaves.
Yes, they do.
As much and wigs just as much as Black women. You all just don't know. So all this time, it's not until now that they're starting to learn that these white women have been wearing wigs for decades, weaves, clip-ons for decades. But you always hear people equate everything, of course, to Black women, because of course we're the ones that do everything negative from some people's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not only Black women, it's women in general, men in general, people in general that decide to wear these things. But I wanted to go back to the business conversation because someone put something very important in the chat. And because we went to a different lane from the conversation, we bypassed Octavia Richmond, who talked about her opening up a thrift store.
Yes.
And none of us congratulated her on that. And she talked about how people come in and ask where the owner to speak to her boss.
Mm-hmm.
And we should be congratulating her. We should be finding out if we could support her business, and things like that, because we were having a business conversation about Black businesses as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay, Bill. Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, everybody. Touch on a couple of the topics that I heard. First of all, with the wigs, whether they synthetic or real hair, causing cancer, it in my opinion, looking at it from the surface, that's a new territory because that would mean that you can catch cancer through your hair because in most cases wigs don't touch scalp, or is it the glue that they use to hold it down? Other than that, if it's the actual hair on top of the head, it has to be absorbed, I would think, through the skin, or you can catch cancer through your hair, and which means that hair is you can catch cancer from being around it, if that's the case. And that's number one point that I want to speak on. The second point, as far as women in their styles that they wear or long weave, I have to admit it's more Black women that's spending that $4 billion in hair and weave than there is white women. White women do wear weave, but the average woman that's in the system or make under $50,000, they don't have weave in their hair, and we know I'm not, ma'am. I'm not saying none, and I travel a lot. The average white woman that I've ran across that might make, that's in the system or make that's under the poverty level, they're not wearing weave the same way. If you see a white woman in the poverty, that's under the poverty level or making $50,000 or $60,000 a year or less and got kids, she's probably a stripper. Let's keep it real. And our women wear weave and I'm not downing them because my
we
wife
really
wears.
don't have a conversation and demean women tonight, huh?
No.
Stripper?
No,
I
I
think it's being
said white
taken the
women.
wrong way.
You are. I said white women that's under the poverty line and are in the system. Most of them, if they do wear weaves, they are strippers or models, and it's the truth. Whether we want to accept it or not. And I love my sisters. My wife wears wigs, and I love her to death. My sisters and nieces and everybody else does. But that's just the point that I'm getting to. With the difference, and also women. I heard one of the guys mention you can't tell them. We have been on this show right here, and me and Martin has took a poll and went talking about women that wear makeup or wigs or whatever, and a lot of men said they prefer not. Bottom line is the woman's choice. But when a man tells his woman, the average black man that I know of, she resents it, she's going to go against it, and she does what she wants. So the competition is competition amongst themselves, not because men like it. Bottom line is competition amongst black women themselves. And I'm not downing my sisters at all because I love them with weave or without weave. But the one in particular that has my heart, or the two, my mama and my wife, both wear wigs. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Well, again, people, we're not trying to get into a debate. I know, because I know this is a area we want to stay focused on the chemicals that's causing cancer. There's a study out showing that most of this synthetic hair that our women wear, mostly black people wear, they have chemicals in that causes cancer. Now, I don't have the data on there to say, well, how many black women caught cancer from wearing weave. I don't know. We don't have that. I don't have that. But I'm just the messenger. I'm just putting the word out there. Women, you do your own research. It's your choice what you want to wear in your hair. It's your choice. But you can't say that you didn't know, because we warned you. We told you. And I'm not talking in a signifying manner. I'm just letting you know the seriousness. I see comments on here. Well, it's chemicals in food that cause cancer. We're not talking about food tonight. We're talking about the synthetic hair, stuff that's our little babies wear, not just adults. We have young babies, young as probably 4 or 5 years old, with weave in their hair, and teenagers as well as adults. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not finna get into a tug of war. And what Bill was saying, that we did have on this program one time, I asked a question, all the men, what is it that you don't like about black women? And they told us. So I'm just saying, yeah. I tried to send a super chat, but it's not working. I sent someone else.
Yeah, Martin. Now it's a method behind it. You know,
Right.
with the way it's sewn in.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen anybody install
Right.
one.
Right.
But the way it's installed, you're building up heat under there, right?
Right.
Because your head sweats now when you wear a baseball cap or something.
Right.
So when women's heads sweat, right? Now, you can tell me if this sounds logical or crazy. The head sweats with the weave on top of it.
Open.
Okay.
The pores of the skin are open, thank you, and it liquefies the chemicals that are in that hair that they got on their head, and water flows downhill.
Okay.
It flows up.
Let me say this.
It goes right into the pores of the skin. Now it's in your
the bloodstream.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Let me say this.
See?
I need
and
hold
I said
hold
that people call me crazy.
hold it, Sarge. Hold it. I need some women to call in. Because see, women, women, they have a problem when you tell them what they should be wearing or how they should have their hair. It's always a friction, when it comes to, I don't want you wearing this. I don't want, it's a friction when it comes to hair. So I need some more women to call in. Women, please call in. I want to hear from the women as well. We have a lot of men on the panel, one woman, and
this is about you educating us.
That's all.
Where
Because
I took
right,
from.
right.
Because
I think it's how you say it too.
Yeah, but see,
look that up.
Right. A lot of I see, guys. I don't want us to get personal. Okay. We all know how we feel about weave. You know what I'm saying? Some of us like it, some of us don't like it. But what I don't want the women to reject what we're saying tonight. We're just giving out a warning. That's all. We're just giving a warning. This is
because this is something that they were not testing.
Right.
And it was lead. They tested the 10 top brands of synthetic hair. And all of those brands, lead was found in all 10. And in some of them, it included acetone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in all of them, actually, it was acetone.
And so basically, we're not trying to tell them how to wear their hair.
No, but
we're warning them.
Yeah, but see, I've seen some of you guys on this panel tonight get a little personal, and we try not to go there. Just keep your personal feelings to yourself. We all know somebody that wear wigs and weaves and that we love. We know it, and I'm not saying that we don't.
Martin, I wonder how many of them.
Go ahead.
Check the warning label before they get there, before they put that in their hair, before the beauty
salon. It's not a warning label on there.
There's no warning label on it. There's no warning label.
It needs to be regulated, and it needs to be warning labels on it, like it is with everything else. That's warning you of the situation that could happen to you. Because I'm quite sure some women's scalps have been messed up, and not knowing why these scalps are messed up.
Correct.
It don't even have to be your scalp.
Yeah, I mean, but now, if you're talking about the chemicals, right?
Right.
Now, 40 years ago, this week.
There goes Sarge Googling something. What you reading, Sarge?
Didn't smoke, didn't do any of that, right?
Yeah.
But my mom owned a dry cleaning business. Now, have you all ever smelled?
Sanita Lanier.
Thank you. The smell of a dry cleaning business. Those
smell the benzene.
Fumes from all of that, her breathing it, it gave her pancreatic cancer.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Now, imagine.
Okay. We
for years, right? Years and years
Sarge,
and years. She owned that business.
We let's stay with the hair. We got a new caller.
No, that's the thing I'm saying,
okay.
Martin. I'm staying with the hair.
Okay.
Now,
good evening, everybody. Can I chime in?
Hold it. I got a caller, Sarge. I got a caller. Come on, caller. 6843. Come on, caller.
Everybody.
Thank you for calling.
This is a great topic. Thank you, Martin, for the education, because you're right. It has been found that the synthetic braid hair has been is causing cancer.
Right.
I have 2 points I want to make. One thing is about if all sisters know that's listening under my voice is that we have had an issue with wearing the wigs and the weaves because our edges have been falling out, and that hasn't been happening. So we know it's some type of chemicals that's in this hair that's doing those things to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's one point. And the other point is I want to let everybody know is that we have issues when we work in corporate America. So for men, or I'm just not only men, when people say about, oh, sisters wear weave or whatever, I have to wear a wig or hair pieces like that to protect my natural hair and then go to work because I'm under my corporate advice. If I wear my natural hair, sometimes they say you're unkempt. It's not right. It's not what's accepted in corporate world. So it's a catch-22 when you're talking to Black women about their hair, because I'm excuse my language, damned if I do at work and damned if I do at home, but it's hard for us. This is a touchy topic, but I'm glad you're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to understand that the Crown Act is not passed through all 50 states. It's some states that they still can discriminate against us because of our hair. So if I get me a sew-in, if I get me a weave, I'm keeping my job. I come home and people are saying, well, I don't like your weave. It's like, well, I have to pay my rent. I have to eat. So it's not just about fashion or style or trying to be like a white woman. It's literally a law that needs to be passed called the Crown Act for me to wear my natural hair. So I don't know why we're not talking about that back too. Yes, the chemicals and everything is there, which is bad. But still on the flip side, if I want to make a living, I got to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
In some places. And Martin, this is Tanya Lanier. I'm glad to speak with you.
Oh, how you doing? Okay.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many states have passed the Crown Act, and I'm glad that you mentioned it because that's something that a whole lot of black folk need to know about.
But
the
see,
Crown Act.
That's why I kept saying I needed the women to call in.
27 of them have passed it.
Right. That's why I need the woman to call
27 states out of 50.
because it's the women that's majority wearing the wigs and the hair, and see, and I don't want the men to come off. I keep saying it's signifying all that, that it look like a mop on their head. I don't listen. We're not trying to do that tonight. I know, but Roosevelt, we're not trying to do. We're trying to get the seriousness out. We're trying to get the message out. All right, that's all I'm saying. We know that we got a caller. Go ahead. Real quick.
Oh, and that real quick, and as a man, I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me because it was long before you even met me, like 20 years ago. I had curly hair, but basically it was faded on the side and curly at the top. Okay, because really in our family we got the really really soft hair. So the only thing you have to do is just used to put water in a combination of this what they call black gel, black spritz, and then my hair would curl up. And then one day I was in a store. Matter of fact, I bent down to go get something. Then I saw like a shadow come over my head. I looked down, a big glob of my hair was on the floor. And I was in one spot in the front of my head, I was as bald as a bald eagle because after a while, that stuff, all those chemicals and stuff, it was just hard on the hair, especially by me having fine hair anyway. So that's after a while, that's something I had to get shave it all off and everything. So even as a man, because of certain things I put in my hair, like some of the S curl and all this other kind of stuff for spritz and black gel, to curl my hair and everything, it still caused damage.
Okay. All right. We got the Dr. Davis. Come on, Dr. Davis. Doc.
Hey, Dr.
I hated to call in. Hello. Good evening. I hated to call in. I tried my best not to call in.
Well, that's okay. We need you. Well, I wanted women on here because, us men, we got this stigma against women wearing weave. We do. But I'm just being honest. But go ahead, Doc.
Well, women, a lot of women, all of us have our reasons to why we wear weave or wigs. You all know that I am a queen on wearing wigs. And blonde wigs at that with blue eyes. I hope my wigs are not chemical side, but I'm sure there's something in there. And luckily, they have not taken out my hair. I didn't stop wearing weave years ago because I don't like that. Those chemicals in the saddle and how they tighten up your braids and all that stuff. But women have their reasons to why. And also, one of the main reasons for them to look beautiful. They want to build their self-esteem. And by wearing whatever they want to wear, that's how they feel. Now, yes, there's plenty of chemicals and that stuff. It's that perm. You have other cultures all of a sudden about maybe 5-10 years ago start coming in, giving black women perms and straighten their hair like they appear from India. I'm like, oh my goodness, you all are really ruining your hair. And that's a really kickstart. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. That really kickstart the process of, okay, this perm is really, messing up women's hair. And then they now want to do all this little baby stuff and putting that other type of gel in their hair, really messing their hair up. So people know the wigs and the weaves, they don't come with warning labels. But guess what? And I don't mean to change the subject. I just want to throw this out here. I told her 4 girlfriends that passed away from fibroids. You want to know why? Because of the sanitary napkins. Come to find out, the sanitary napkins have metal in them and get metal in them and giving people cancer. So it's not just the weed, even though I know that we're talking about the weed tonight in here, but it's deeper. Black women particularly, they go through so much until it's ridiculous. And I don't know if that was Bill, but Bill, you are incorrect, sir. I'm almost certain that was him, and I'm not going to argue with you tonight, that most of my colleagues, they all make over $100,000 a year, and 90% of them are white, and you would never know that they have a head full of weed. A head full of weed.
He has no idea.
They have no, you wouldn't know, but you wouldn't know if you're not working around all these people at these universities and you looking like that ain't her hair because it's 2 to 4, 5 different colors. No, and they making good money. So don't let me, they doing this, they strippers, they're new. Baby, I work for too many on wear weed. I could show you some pictures right now.
I did not, Doc, I did not say white women didn't wear weave.
No, you did not.
Hold on. And I said living below the poverty level. Probably make
we were talking about the poverty level.
No, I mentioned it. I mentioned it.
I want to hear his point about poverty and weave. That makes no sense to me. But please help me.
Come on. I'm gonna help you by saying, just like Martin said, we got 4 and 5 year old little girls that have weave in their hair. Let's keep it real. Okay,
the mother said
we understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the women, you said they work with you, and if they work with you, they make good money. I did not say white women don't wear hair weave. I'm comparing our women, in which this show is to help our women get a grip on what's going on with this caustic hair. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's speak on that instead of saying about white women and black women. Speak on that, saying sisters, this harming y'all.
I just wanted to mention it because I know I work with a lot of them.
Absolutely.
And I hold on. I said under the poverty level. Now, there's a lot of women in y'all evading and shooting around the whole concept of what's going on. It's the truth.
But I didn't say that.
Truth? I don't understand. What is the truth?
It is the truth.
I didn't say that.
Around.
But I didn't say that, Bill. I said that perm is really hurting people's heads. I agree with you all with that. This weave is really hurting people's scalp. And of course, they can end up with bald scalp and everything else. But they don't want to have to learn this.
And I addressed it because it's part of is stronger in our culture. That's my point.
I want to piggyback on what the doctor just said. She just said that perm or relaxers. Relaxers does more damage to me than a wig because I'm putting chemicals on there. It's burning my scalp. I'm trying to sit there and hold on. Oh my God! I gotta straighten out my natural hair. A wig for me. Or weave for me said, I don't have to put that and burn and have all that and still be able to wear the styles or wear the acceptable things in corporate America and not put those chemicals on my body. So that's what I'm saying. So you have to look at that too. It's not about economical value of a person. It's about a lot of things. I'm a registered nurse and I work alongside a lot of Caucasians and I live in Arizona. Oh, they wear the weave.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Okay.
And it's not just weave.
Okay.
It's also, I know you got some more calls.
Yeah, I got to let them in. They've been holding. Too. They've been holding. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Why would you like me to hang up?
No. We got plenty. We got plenty of room. You ain't got to hang up. I need the women on here. So you guys can explain it. Okay. Area code 510. 510. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody in the chat.
Hey.
Hey. I just want to talk about me.
Okay.
I didn't grow up with the makeup and the wigs and the perm and all that stuff. So by me being the head of my family and the women, the ones beneath me, I tell them how to wear their hair. Because my hair is naturally, but I wear braids. And then when I take my braids out, my hair is down my back. My family would always say, why you don't wear your own hair? I was one of those girls that didn't grow up knowing how to style. There's a lot of people that can style real good. I'm not into styling. So it's more convenient when I throw braids in. It's quicker to get out where I want to go. And then when I take the braids out, I let my hair stay loose for 2 weeks before I put anything on my head. I moisturize, I condition, I do all that, and I wear my natural hair. Then if something comes up in between those 2 weeks, mind you, I do have wigs.
Okay.
So I will throw a wig on, and I got some beautiful wigs too. And sometimes people can't even tell it's mine or it's fake, because it has to become you when you do get your wig. That's, you know, us women, we like our hair, you know. Right. So I just want to come in and say, my girl, underneath me.
Somebody need to turn their volume down.
About the hair dye.
Hold on, people.
About the hair dye. I let them know dyeing your hair will damage your hair. Perming your hair will damage your hair. For my girls, they're mixed. They're Filipino and black, so they got beautiful hair. And I'm mixed with Indian, you know, Indian black.
Can I say something, my dear sister? My dear sister. Hold it. I got to say something. I got another call at you. All hair is beautiful. Okay. Thank you. All hair is beautiful. Okay.
Culturally, also is differentiated.
Right. Right. So listen,
you know, like coarse hair.
That's speaking like the oppressor.
I had a friend.
We all got good hair.
Hair. She
right.
said growing up, what she said society said was long, beautiful hair down her back, and she would look at my coarse hair, and she would say, because her hair was so thin as she got older, she said, I wish my hair was like yours and my sister's. She said people always said I had the good hair, the pretty hair, but now I have see-through hair. You all still have a lot of hair.
All right. Let me take this, people. Let me get one more. I got another 510 area code too. Come on, 65 53, last 4 digits. Monique, come on.
Hey.
Hey.
This is Delilah Monique. Some of you guys know me as Uncommon Sense. I did do a little.
Hey, Delilah.
Hey.
Uncommon.
So I just wanted to say, we were talking about the hair and where it came from. I'm a firm believer in looking things up, using the internet for what it's for, information. There's a rabbit hole you can go down, look up human hair farms on YouTube, and you will be shocked. You'll learn a lot. And as far as when it comes to chemicals, right now, I'm more worried about like having the phone to my ear, because I always speak on speaker, than having hair in my head. Like, I'm natural now because I'm home. I do have hair. I have what they call good hair. But my son's barber brought something to my attention off the back of what she just previously said. The term good hair being curly and having a certain texture, when you think about it, just like she said, guess what? The good hair is the first hair to go. So my son's barber said the men that come in with that texture, they the first ones to lose it. But the thicker your hair is, that means the stronger your hair is. So you're going to have your hair for longer. I can't wear braids and things like that because my hair is curly and it looks fine. Yes, it will pull my hair right out. So I can't wear it. I like to travel, so I want to wear braids. But at the end of the day, this is the hair on my head. And we have to, if you want, everybody can put something in their hair to change the texture of it. It's about taking care of it. To me, it's more important what's under the hair, in your mind, in your head. But when it comes to chemicals, it's no matter what you do, the food that you eat is probably got more
Monique,
hair on your
Monique. Stop it, Monique. Let's get to the point. Listen, okay, now we know that. Hold it, but see, when I hear stuff like this, we're making an excuse. Okay, what I'm saying is the hair. We don't know how. We don't have all the data on it right now. So all I'm doing is I'm just trying to alert women that wear weave in their hair. Let them know. This could be causing some health problem that you can't figure out what's wrong with you. It could be the weave. So I understand that we got POP and all that other stuff, cancer. causing chemicals in that, but we talk about weave right now. It's serious, people. The study just came out. We don't know how long. We got little children that's wearing weave, babies that's 5 and 6 and 7, 8 years old, girls, they're wearing weave in their hair right now. What are we gonna do about that? That's all I'm saying. I understand what you guys saying.
We have little babies with cancer. We have
Yeah.
babies that
Yeah.
have cancer. They're in children's hospital and they haven't had a chance. Cancer is a weird thing. It's like you never know who it's going to get. My grandmother was very particular about everything. She's been filtering her water since the 80s. She did not use foil. She ultimately died from blood cancer. Cancer, it's one of those tricky things. You honestly, we can all try our best to not ingest and do things like that. But the more we educate ourselves, the better we'll be.
Yes.
And again, that's why the only reason I really was on, because I just wanted to say, look up human hair farms, and it's shocking just to see where it all comes from, what people go through. You'll have a different outlook at it. But it is a lot of people's lifelines because it is real hair. It's coming from third world countries, but it's how they're manufacturing it and what they're doing to get it that way, to look the same, to get certain textures. So even though it's human hair, after all the processing and the chemicals in it, yes, there's going to be, there's chemicals we never know, and it's coming from other countries that don't have to go through the same thing that we have to do in the States. That's why everybody rather get their stuff manufactured out of the country. That's the world we live in. I just, like I said, I just was calling in because I just had that brief thing to say. Look up human hair farms. It's
can I say something, Martin?
Yes, go ahead.
And then Chris Rock had that whole documentary of what's it called, Creamy Crack. Chris Rock did a little documentary about weave and chemicals in black women's hair. Yeah, that one.
People assume that us women wear weaves and wigs for one reason. They don't realize that we wear them because we work out. We wear them for the professional appearance. We wear them because we want a different look. We wear them because I remember getting my hair blow dried and being downtown Chicago, and the wind started blowing and the rain, and you know what happens then, and there goes the hairstyle.
Can I say something? And I want y'all to get mad at me, but some women wear weave because they lazy. They don't want to do their own hair too, as well. I do
have a friend. She does wear she likes to wear. She said she doesn't like.
And that's me, Marty.
You can say lazy or you can say convenient. Because if I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and how much it takes to do my natural hair, I have to go get out and go to work. It's not about laziness. It's probably convenience too, Martin. But I get you.
I understand that. Cause if we going to work and call us lazy because we don't have that extra hour to put into our hair, now that is something that women will get mad at before we care about an opinion of what a man says. Because women work hard out here. We raise.
But I mean, and Monique, okay, hold on, Monique, hold it, Monique.
So we might go get that weave.
Monique, only reason why I said that because she named out some things what hair does. So I said, well, don't forget laziness, because you have some people like, man, I ain't doing my hair. I'm gonna give me some braids and all that, and I ain't got, that's the only reason why I said what I said.
I'm trying to get in here, but I'm trying to not talk at the same time as others.
Okay, go ahead, my other 510. Go ahead, other 510. Go ahead.
What I wanted to say, I go with the word convenience, because it is convenient, because when you're in a rush, you can put your wig on. And then, or if you ain't putting on a wig, you're going to put a hat on. So what about hats? Can hats affect you too? Because I see people wear hats all the time. They sweat in their hats.
Ma'am.
Yes, they
You know what I mean?
You're not keeping it washed.
Ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am.
Wash it.
Let's listen. I don't want to hear about the deflect. Let's stick with the hair. Okay, stick with the hair now. That's what we're talking about.
I'm trying my best.
Okay.
Putting on a wig is just like putting on a hat. You know what I mean? So people don't wash their wigs, that's bad. That could be it too, Martin. When they don't wash their wigs. We wash ours in cold water and hang them up. And they just be looking like brand new when we finish.
And you can detox.
I wonder about
too.
that. Do people wash their wigs?
You can detox the wig.
Can I chime in, please? Regardless
I was
of
trying to get in because you guys were talking a long time.
No, I wasn't.
No, let her. Hold on, doctor. Doctor, let 510 finish talking, because she. Go ahead. I didn't want to cut off. Go ahead, 510. Let her finish talking.
I'm gonna get off pretty soon.
Go ahead.
The reason why I'm saying this because I use wigs, braids, and my natural hair, and I teach my family members that's coming behind me how to take care of their hair. Cause we just take care of our hair. I'm gonna just put it like that, and I take interest in my head. So do they. And so I taught them about washing the wigs if they're going to wear the wigs and things like that. And they didn't know that the wigs could be washed. I'm serious. They didn't even know. So I just wanted to say that. And because that washing the wig is important because like the gentleman said, you sweat. And even though we got a cap on our head with French braids or whatever to cover before you put the wig on, you do sweat that wig out. So if they're not washing those wigs, that could be a problem right there.
And that can build up fungus on your scalp.
Very good point.
And I also saw that on TV about the maggots in the woman's head. Oh my God, freaked me out. And it was real. Mm-hmm. I saw it come on TV.
And you see, I wasn't lying.
No, you weren't lying. I seen it myself. And it was terrible. It was in the crown of her head.
The hair, that was hygiene. That was a hygiene.
Right. Well, I'm just saying I did see it.
And for the dear brother who talked about,
he brought it up. So I just wanted to say I did see it. I don't know where it came from, but I heard him talk about it. So I'm saying I did see it. So I don't know where it came from, but like the show, the topic of this show makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Can I finish real quick? Because I'm gonna hang up so y'all can talk. This topic makes sense to me because this is something to think about. This is something to think about. Because if you don't wash them wigs and you don't give your hair a break from under them wigs, it will get thin. I got older sisters, their hair is so thin and it was thick. And I'm watching them and they up in age and they complaining right now that their hair is so thin. And I'm looking and you can see right through it. And they wear wigs 24/7. And I told them it could be your wig. So
can I piggyback on that as a nurse? It could be perimenopause, it loses hair, it could be alopecia. All those things take into account. Yeah, when you're saying that they're up in age, but it could be because menopause. You lose hair.
Well, I'm in menopause myself. I'm almost 70.
But I'm saying that could be a cause. You lose hair through menopause, and that could be an issue. Then you have alopecia. So people are wearing wigs or wearing things for different.
But everybody's different.
Right.
It don't happen to everybody.
It doesn't happen to everybody, but I'm just saying that could be a factor.
Oh, I don't know. They don't know either. So I just want to leave it there and you guys have a good talk. I'll see y'all in the chat room.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'm leaving too. I just wanted to say thank you for having me.
No problem, Miss Monique.
Because I wanted to drop something your way.
Right.
Y'all have a good night.
Okay, I'm gonna call you when it's over. Monique, I'm gonna call you when I get off. If you ain't on. Okay. All right. Dr. Davis, go ahead, Doc. Dr. Davis.
I'm almost finished as well. Oh, I think I'm on mute.
No, I hear you.
I'm not on mute.
I hear you.
Regardless of what type of hair type you have, don't think that these young folks out here don't know that stuff is messing their hair up. Time is going to tell. They put the weave in their hair. Even wigs, if you're wearing a glue down wig, that's going to mess up all your edges. Okay? And don't think they're getting them perms and then their hair just staying thick and pretty. It's not. They know what they're doing to their hair, and they know that them chemicals and the dyes are messing their hair up. So it's good to have this conversation. For the bulk of them, they know. They obviously do not care about some kids messing up their hair. I can't stand that. And I see a little girl, a little child who cannot make her own little choice to have to wear weave in her hair when she don't have to, because her hair is still growing, and now she's growing up wanting to wear weave. And I have noticed that a lot of Black women have started going back natural, and a lot of them stopped getting perms. So regardless of what, they are out here. Their hair is being messed up. It's being torn up, by the way. They're losing their hair at a young age, because if you have good hair or bad hair, they're losing it. And as the nurse said, that people wear wigs for various reasons, but that weave is tearing their head scalps up. So I don't know. They know. Trust me, they know. Because as soon as they take their weave out, they're going to see some bald spots in their hair. A lot of them.
I want to give a shout out to my buddy, the Mac Man Morning Show on here. Yeah, live uncut and edited. How you doing, my brother Mac? He on here. I just want to give a shout out to him real quick. That's all. That's my brother. I'll be waiting to see you this weekend. He coming up to Chicago, y'all. Coming home for a little bit, a couple of days. But we got another caller. I think they called back 206. Hey, caller. 206.
Hey, man. Hey,
Go ahead.
man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I hung the phone up by accident.
Okay.
So I just want to. I'm listening to the show, but
okay.
Can I just say this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm
sir.
Listening to y'all, and someone said that the sisters wear the weaves because they're lazy and they don't want to have to do that with their hair. Now, all of us brothers should stand up and applaud because brothers like wearing their hair short, just like I got my hair short now.
Mm-hmm.
And most of us wear our hair short because we don't want to have to worry about some hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that story about the maggots in the hair.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that story too. And when I saw it, I almost fainted. I didn't believe it. So I went and I looked around, and there's a history of reports that are talking about this, but they're on mainstream news sources, but they don't really talk about it that much. And another thing, and I'll say this and I'll land, the sister said that you wear the weave or you wear the wig to look professional when you go to work, and I agree with her. But the older I get, the more I'm beginning to see you got to wear the weave not to look professional, but because that's what honkies want. And I think a main reason that they want that is because there's nothing more beautiful to me. There is nothing on this earth more beautiful to me than a black woman with locks. Okay? Now, some people's locks look like hell, but some people have nice, neat, sharp, clean looking locks, and they don't. I'm convinced that white folks don't want you having locks because you look better than them.
And that's where the Crown Act comes in, because we have to fight law. We have to make a law for me to wear my natural hair to work. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. But just remember, that's the issue when you work with honkies. Usually,
let's try not to use that word. Hold on. Let me just say something. Let's try not to use that word. That H word. Just say Caucasian, because being monetized, and I don't want no problems. All right. Okay.
I'll never say it again.
Okay.
Brother.
All right. Okay.
And with that, I'll land my plane.
Okay. All right. We got my main man calling 662. Come on, my man. My main man. What's up?
Hey, brother Martin. Good evening to you.
Yes.
On this wonderful Wednesday, man, and to your wonderful guest that you have on, sister. Good evening to you. I didn't get your name.
But go ahead, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of sisters on here.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
There's a lot of sisters.
Hey, I was surprised. I saw a video, and they sent us all kinds of things, Martin.
Right.
And they sent me this video of this young girl. I'll say she was in her about 19. I won't even give her 20. And she peeled back. I thought it was the scalp or it was a prop or something. But they spray their side that they call it baby hair, and they use this spray, and it glues it to the head, and it keeps the weave in and the baby hair and all that stuff. But then when she pulled it off, Martin, it was like glue. I mean, she had hair, but underneath it, all the glue came off, and it kind of spooked me a little bit. But can somebody explain to me, maybe the really can you laughing, but those scary things if you pull somebody, well, now I ain't gonna put that. I'm just saying, you get nervous, and I mean, that thing came off like she pulled a whole.
You know what? I'm not gonna shoot him because that there. Whoa, hello, I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody else in the background.
I understand, doctor. That's the doctor. Hello, sir.
Let me put.
No, I'm the doctor. My voice just heavy.
Oh, ma'am,
that's a female.
Ma'am, I didn't mean in social profession.
But I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. They know that stuff is messing up their hair. When they take that stuff off, ooh.
Well,
doctor,
let me.
Can I ask a question? If it's okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to step on anybody.
Go ahead,
if it's okay,
brother Mac.
Doctor, take just one question. Okay. The chemical makeup of these adhesives, as I would call them, it makes me nervous because chemicals, as it is, anything now that is created in the laboratory is liable to give us some kind of medical deficiency, whether it's cancer, it's going to do something to our system. Even aspirin or ibuprofen and things that we take over the counter hurt us. But my question is this a danger to the natural hair and the scalp, and danger to the overall health of a person? Whether it's there's some men that wear, Steve Harvey wore, I don't know if he had glue under it or not, but it had to stay in place somehow. He didn't have no
toupee.
Yeah, he had it, but I don't know if they put glues or anything there. But help me out a little bit, sister, because I'm kind of behind in the times. And Brother Mark, thank you, man. I love you, brother. You always know you're my brother. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
I'll let somebody else come.
Go ahead.
Well, the chemicals are definitely in it, and the chemicals have changed. The chemicals are not the same from 30 years ago when we were wearing weed. Now it's really, really scary of what they're putting in there. Really, until you read the back of the ingredients, for example, like perm and dye, you don't know what's in that stuff. It could be cow manure. You don't know what's in there, and it is designed to take your hair out. Period. And the nurse is on here; she can vouch for me on that. It's designed
You're
for that.
absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I agree.
Okay. Okay, we got a new caller. 901 in the house. 901. Let's hear it. 901. Come on, 901.
How y'all doing this evening?
All right.
How y'all doing this evening?
We're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have my sister-in-law. She lost she lost some of her eyesight from wearing them lashes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another
she lost some of her eyesight from wearing them lashes.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
I can believe that. So when I heard the talk about the weaves and stuff, that's the first thing that came to my mind. You got a lot of young teenagers wearing these lashes, and they don't know what type of danger they put themselves in.
Because they use a hair glue, by the way. They use hair glue to put them on. And if you don't take it off right, it'll snatch it off.
Even that, the hair glue, and then we don't know what, like it's synthetic hair again on our eyelids.
Yeah, synthetic.
I didn't even think about that, people.
It's some videos on YouTube. They show you how the Asians and Koreans make their hair out of wax. How they make it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And it's no regulations over there on what they can put in it, how they make all these colors. No regulations on it. So they doing whatever just to get the product out the door.
Whew, women. All I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this, especially on Temu.
Go ahead.
Temu has a plethora of those wigs and lashes. I'm not knocking anybody off for Temu, but they do have a lot of those things for cheap, and we don't know what's in there.
And the same chemicals they put in the weave and the lashes, they also put in these yoga pants, these stretch pants the women like to wear. It's the same chemicals are in those yoga pants too.
That's another subject.
Hey, Martin,
go ahead, Bill.
I wanted to make a comment, commending the sister who mentioned being a professional, and she covered her locks or hair because she worked in corporate America, and somebody brung up the Crown Act. You gotta know that these people are not gonna tell you they getting rid of you because of your hair. They're gonna come up with any other reason. So if that's the case, a woman especially have to be on top of her game with not being late and all this other stuff. But it's sad that this is the state that we in. I think we need more studies and more data about it. But it seems like it would, and I mentioned the white women because it's gonna target my people, my sisters, my people more so than them. That's why we need more data on it. You know, is is going to affect us more than anybody else. And there is nothing going to be done about it, even with the data coming out, because it's not going to be regulated because most of it comes from overseas.
It could be something done about it. The women can stop wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, and that's what I assume Martin is bringing the awareness about it to our community.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's why he did it, but it's not going to be regulated by the government. They're not going to stop shipping it, and it's something that we have within our own community.
Mm. Okay, now
that's true.
Yeah.
I appreciate what he said because yes, the hair is chemical, but there are some companies that's coming out now that this study has been shown. Like for braids, we can use yarn instead of using the synthetic hair. It's different things that you can use to have the same styles, protect the styles, but use a different material. So look into those things as well. But I appreciate him coming back on and then explaining himself more. I agree with him, but it's just to know that yes, they're not going to care because we use the hair the most, and it's the braiding hair.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see others using the braiding hair like we do, so it's not regulated as much. It's sad to say that they don't care about that. But I'm glad, Martin, thank you so much for doing this show. Thank you for your show you did earlier today. I really appreciate your platform. Thank you for being a great asset to the Black community.
I tried my best.
Share?
Just share. Make sure you like and share.
You like and share?
Then please do that. Please do that. And let me say this too, people. That's why I kept saying I didn't want this topic to go into a man and a woman, y'all. I didn't want to go there. I know men, we have our own ideas of weave and all that, but I just didn't want to go there. I want to get the seriousness. What about the children, people, that the parents put the hair in little babies' hair and stuff like that? Well,
it's the parents' fault for allowing that. It's the parents' fault. I mean, the parents need to wake up, and so hopefully this show can keep them aware and everything, because I don't have any children, and I think I'm 51. I think I'm too old to do it now. But if I ever did, gosh darn it wouldn't be my child. Oh, heck,
Can I piggyback off that point? It's true, but then you have people in our community talking about, her baby's bald-headed. They said, so it's a stigma, and that's sad. But what I want to say to those women or those people that are listening, they're all alternatives than using the synthetic hair. Use some yarn, use more healthier products to get the look or that you're seeking. But it's just that we have to get rid of the stigma of like the other lady said, she had good hair, air quotes.
Right.
Our hair is just as good as anything. That's the problem with me having to have a crown act so I can wear my good hair.
It's just a shame that we got to make laws and everything just so, you won't be looked at like in a certain way or something, because it seems like even when Black people do try to be natural or normal, everything, white society, since that's what kind of society that we're in, they look at you as being like a little bit off the cuff or radical or whatever, just because you choose to wear your regular hair. And it's something that shouldn't be or whatever.
Even with locks, Martin, you have beautiful locks. If I walk in as a female with locks, that's going to still be a problem for them, because they're going to still say, hey, that's not professional. We don't want that in here. When you go to, yes, my employee, when you go for your new hire orientation, they tell you what to wear, your hairstyle, they break it down to you. So as a woman of color, I'd be like, well, okay, I got my wig on tomorrow.
I think the military don't allow you to wear locks either as well.
No, they do not. And you gotta keep the cream cut.
Not men.
Martin, can I say this?
Now, men, hold on. I was answering Martin's question. Men in the military can't wear locks. They changed the regulation, whereas women they can wear locks and all of that, and even ponytails now, as long as they don't protrude below their shoulder blades. In uniform, it used to be your hair could not touch your collar. So they changed that up in the military for black women. And they can wear they wear locks, and they have locks, and what they do is put a scrunchie around and make the locks one ponytail. And that's how they do it.
Okay, go ahead, Marcus.
But still, that's even still safe to say that brothers can't wear their locks.
That's not discrimination.
Okay.
That's just military. That's military rules.
Discrimination on the
I didn't say discrimination. I said it was sad, because what if a brother do want to wear his locks? What if it's about his belief and his spiritual belief? That's sad. I'm just saying it's sad. I didn't say it was discrimination. I just said it was sad. I just made a comment.
Right. Well, sister, you talking to a former military man, and I'm like this: get another job.
Okay.
Can I say this?
You know, I can't walk into any type of corporation and start doing what I want to do if I work for them. Now, if I got my own company, I make the rules. Yeah. And in any business, you know, you change everything below you that you could control, you know, not above you, but below you. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. I completely forgot the other point I was going to make. It had nothing to do with that.
Okay, let Marcus in. Marcus, go ahead.
I just want to say this, because a brother brought it to me. Matter of fact, the sports reporter for the Crusader, we was talking off the record, and he's about the Bible, talking about locks, right? So some people believe that it's a sin, that it's a curse from God or whatever. They believe that. And some people, I guess in some churches, they won't allow you to come in there with it on. Now, I haven't heard it in none of the churches here in Chicago, but the way this brother was telling me, and he's from Indiana, that goes, he don't want to be around nobody that wears locks. He don't want his son wearing it because it goes against his religious beliefs.
Yeah, that's where it locks, is what you're saying? It's a curse?
Yeah, because it's long hair.
Let him answer. Let him answer. It's having locks.
I'm not saying that it's a sin.
No, I know.
Brother
This
was
is what
having
you heard.
a conversation with me. He don't want to be around people who wear locks because he believes that it's a curse and that God is going to curse him for being around people who wear locks. Me, I don't have a problem with how people choose to wear their hair. It doesn't bother me.
Lord have mercy.
Because I ain't paying for nobody's hairstyle.
That's the new one on
me either. I was wanting to quote the scripture.
When
quote the scripture that say locks are sin.
I'm like, you done gone too far now.
Well, let me just let me just say this, people. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. When it comes to hair, most people don't know your hair is direct antennas to God. It's antennas. And how long is how long? So a lot of people, you got to measure how long is how long, or how far is how far. You know, we got to ask ourselves that question. What is the standard of being long? You know, so we have to ask ourselves.
Well, my thing about this.
Go ahead, my dear sister.
Mark, we got to talk about Samson and Delilah.
Right.
How he lose his strength? He cut his hair.
He's cut his hair.
Then, but hold on.
But this same Jesus that y'all worship, hold on, brother. The same Jesus you worship, they have a picture of him, long hair, blue eyes, and all that. Now, come on, now we can't have it one way. Now, hold it, brother. Let me talk, brother. Hey, Sarge, you're not gonna overtalk me, brother. You're not gonna do that. Okay, we know how we get down over here. Okay, what I'm saying is, now, if Jesus is supposed to be the perfect example of Christianity, if those that claiming Christianity, really Christ-like, let me say Christ-like. Okay, now this same image that y'all talk against of long hair, you have it in your church and displayed in your church. That's almost like me.
I displayed mine.
Yeah, I'm just being real, keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real.
Very real.
And listen, there are different cultures. You can't base Christianity on the American culture only. You have different cultures. They do things different. They do things that they eat different foods. Now, if you look at the Bible tells you nothing is to be refused. But if it's prayed and sanctified by the word of God, you can pray over food and eat it. Now, some folks just don't eat pork. I'm not a pork eater because of health reasons. I love me some bacon and some center court pork chops and maybe some hog moss and chillings and all the hog head cheese. But it would send my body into a frenzy. So I just stay away from it. I stay away from it. I do my best to stay away from it. Now, have I eaten some pork? Yes. Now, some of this food that we eating, it may say all beef, but it may have some pork in it. You just don't know if you're not the preparers of it.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, listen, long hair, how long is how long, and how far is how far? You got to ask yourself that question, because our hair goes straight up. It doesn't go down. It goes straight up. I'm talking about coarse hair, black folks' hair.
And it's coily.
Yeah.
It's coily.
So, that's a lot of people. We have to know that too. We have to learn that. You can't, just like if you see a person with a dashiki on, somebody think that's voodoo. That don't mean they're not a Christian because they're wearing dashikis. But that's from another culture. That's from another country. That's their clothing. They figure if a preacher don't have a suit and tie on, he's not a pastor, he's not a preacher or a turn collar. That may not be the case. You look at John the Baptist. That man was eating wild honey and locusts, and he wasn't the cleanest person, but he had a message. He had a message. So we have to be careful stereotyping on a lot of things. Hey, be honest with you, I don't like super long hair, and I consider my hair as long because some men that wear long hair, they flipping their head like a woman. They braid, they doing it because it's feminine. But I'm masculine with mine all day. So that's just me, people. That's just my opinion. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Can I ask the doctor a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask the doctor a question? Is the doctor with the DJ voice still here?
Yeah, she's still there.
And I call me a DJ voice. Mark, do I sound like this in person?
No.
You said,
did he say the DJ voice?
Yes, he did.
Take it as a compliment. Take it as a compliment.
know,
We got, listen, y'all got to hurry up. We got a new caller. New caller. New caller. New caller. Go ahead.
Where in the Quran does it say that locks are cursed? I think you said something about that.
No, I didn't say that locks were cursed. I said that in the Quran, I know my family is Muslims. I'm not, though. That is supposed to state that clean cut, God like clean cut. And a lot of them believe that. So you have to ask a Muslim or do some research. But that's what my family say, that the ones that are.
Let me say when it comes to clean cut. Now, clean cut to me, to some people may be clean shaved, no mustache and no hairs on the face.
That's right.
That's clean cut.
That's right.
Now, in the African culture, we may have long hair, beards, mustache. That is. Even from an Afrocentric point of view, listen to me, people. March is the beginning, it's the new year. That's when new life comes, not January. Why would you have new beginnings in January when it's harsh season? It's cold outside, So I'm just speaking now. Let's speak a little bit. We got to use our common sense now. We just can't accept everything and run away. We've for years we've been handed this doctrine and not question it. We have to question. We've been taught not to question God. I think God is the perfect entity to question because he has all the answers. That's why we should question God. Never, don't never second guess yourself by questioning God. You can say, God, why my son? Why my mother? You know, you can ask God. He wants you to talk to him. Talk to him. So let's go to this new caller real quick, then we can get back to it. Come on, call. Thank you for your patience. 205. Go ahead, caller. Thank you for holding on. Caller?
Wow, Mr. Martin, how you doing, sir?
Great. How are you? Yeah.
All right. Listen, I been listening to you guys. I've been listening to your show for about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to get into the conversation, but I really don't know much about this conversation. I just want to see if I can get in.
Okay, you in.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You have an opinion, brother?
You can see, we hear your opinion.
I really don't have an opinion. I really don't have an opinion about that situation because I don't know a lot about it. I don't like speaking about things that I don't know anything about.
Do you have any questions about it? Do you have any questions about it then? If you don't have an opinion, do you have a question, something in your mind? Maybe you can ask the panel, not me, but ask the panel. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. I just want to know, like, what, so with all the information I've been listening to, what can we do to get this information out? Like, how can we get this to, because a lot of the, some of the urban areas, have a lot of people that have low income areas and things of this nature. How do we get this information out to try to help them?
Good question. Anybody want to answer that? I can answer, but anybody want to answer?
I think I want to add on.
Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill.
I want to say something before he came on, which is a good question. I was sitting up thinking before he came on. I mentioned about we need more data, and this would be a perfect time for somebody that has the means, or it wouldn't be a hair product, but even say for instance HBCU to investigate this, to double check it, because I don't want. I would hate for this to be coming from a white, just a white perspective, and it needs to be investigated, and maybe a HBCU that's got a science department or something investigate and come up with data, because it would be it'd be god awful if this was angry information that's been passed on from an angry white woman that has the means to put it out there.
But let me say this, Bill, that's a great point. Let me just say this. I don't know if the study come from a black man or white man. I don't know. So we just can't assume that it came from a white person. We don't know.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't.
I don't know either.
It would be God ugly.
Right.
It'd be God ugly. And we know that people operate like that.
Right.
We need more data, and we need it to come from us.
Okay, that's cool. We got another caller. We got another caller. 225 area code 225. Area code 225. Caller. 225. Turn your.
Bird.
Hey, Bird. What's up? Long time, old timer. How you doing?
Oh man, I don't know if you know me, Mark. Man, I'm from out of Louisiana.
Okay,
man.
But I just said, hey, you're an old timer. You older than me, or we old timers? Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
I was hearing. Oh, okay, man. I'm looking at you now. Just my first time on, man. I'm from out of Louisiana, Baton Rouge.
Okay.
And I've been in the military. I went in and I did a lot of time with some cats from from Chicago. Man, I'm trying to reach out to them now. I got out of the Navy in '81.
Okay.
I did military time. I like your channel, man, but I've been in Chicago, following Chicago with the Tiffany shit.
Mm.
And when people were telling me, they said, "God damn, man, you live out here. Why are you worried about out there?" Man, I'm serious. But Martin, hey, I like your show, and I'm pissed off about what's going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
we all are.
I said, how I'm get on there, but anyway, man, I'm praying for y'all, but not praying for you because I know everything is good. But if you, I'm pretty sure some of the guys I was in the military with, and I heard a chick come on this line earlier, and she was talking about she was in the Navy and all this bullshit. All that bullshit. I went in at 77 and got out at 81. And what they're talking about, that's bullshit.
You got to watch your language, bro. We got to watch your language, OG. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But yeah. But man, I'm there with dog, and shit, man, I be following you and all of them from out there, and I wish y'all well. But and I hope some of them guys out there that I was in the military with because I lost contact with them, and I hope everybody know Bird. When I went in 77, I got out in 81. I was stationed in New London, Connecticut. And I hope they reach out to me, and a lot of them from Chicago.
Okay.
But I'm going to stay on this channel, and it's my first time calling.
All right.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel, though. Don't just make sure you subscribe. Okay.
Hey man, I sure will.
Okay, appreciate you, man. Just hang on. All right, let's go back to we got another caller. I think she called already. 2067. Come on, caller. 2067. Hey,
I was at the beginning.
I know it.
I just wanted to tell you, I wanted to see if you had your email listed, because it's actually already data that's been done. That's what I was speaking about
okay.
when I first got on.
Okay.
That James E. Rogers, he has his PhD. He's the director and head of product safety and testing at Consumer Reports.
Ooh, okay.
So he leads the food and safety and sustainability operations. And he's done the test. And he has each category. It's a chart that is created. And he actually has like which category, which hair had the lead, each of those different sections he's tested.
Okay. I'm gonna call your phone and just I'm calling your phone now. Don't answer, don't say it out loud though. I'm gonna call your phone number. That's my personal. Okay, that's okay. I just called you on that phone.
And then I'll text you, then you could send me your email.
Okay.
I'll send you that data.
I would love to have that. Yes, I would do that.
Page.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Let me say this too. Thank you. To all the ladies out there that's wearing weave. Now, a lot of men really don't like weave, but you said, I don't care. I'm wearing it for myself. That's cool. That's your choice. But we're not on that tonight. We're on that. We want to find out about the chemicals that they say that cause cancer inside of the hair weave. We understand that we are the number one consumers buying the hair weave. Number one, the Black women. Right. So that's what I want to say. That's all I want to say. So we're not into a male and female war, tug of war tonight. That's not what we're on tonight.
And that's the point, Martin.
Yes.
Because if you think about it, if it was probably any other race, they would have done studies prior to 2024.
Mm-hmm.
See there.
Yeah.
Now see if y'all feel me on this. You can have products segregated by harmfulness. Now check this out. If you go to a Korean hair place in the hood or whatever, you see the brands of hair that they sell. Now once you go in there, because I did it, you go in there and peep out all the name brands of those hair. Then go in the white area and go to Sally's Beauty Supply, and you don't see that same brand. Do y'all feel me yet?
Yeah, we feel you.
Well, I live in an area where the beauty supply store is white and the owner is white. And you're right, they do have different.
Yeah, you're not gonna have the Remy and the Yaki and the all that stuff, right?
Well,
you're
people
not gonna
come
have
from over
that.
the border, so they try to have a little bit, but it's not the same. You're right, it is different.
Right, it's not fully locked and loaded. Like if I go to the blankety blank emporium that sells spirits, where I live, you ain't gonna see Old English 800 and that other malt liquor that was all that. You ain't gonna see none of that. But let me go to the hood liquor store. Oh, you got Ice House.
Yeah, the cheap brand.
Ice Mist. The cheap, the rock gut malt liquor. You got all that. Even advertisements. You don't have advertisements like that. I remember Father Flager, and I'm gonna land my plane.
Land your plane. We got a new caller.
Father Flager was instrumental in getting those advertisements taken down in the black neighborhood in Chicago, because they was like, you don't see this in out there in doggone Evergreen Park and all over there.
All right, people.
See?
Hold it right there. Land your plane. We got a new caller. Okay, thank you. New caller and the last caller. Area code 317. Hey, caller 317. You're live, uncut, unedited.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, my brother.
All right. I'm listening. How you doing, my man? Listening to it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand, why is it when men are telling women what they like and what they want, they continually tell us that we are incorrect?
Yeah, I know that. It's listen, listen, brother.
No, and I'm trying to be funny.
I know.
There's a sister over here right now that said, "Cat to what? We don't want that stuff." Y'all are in competition with each other, but that is another conversation.
Right. Okay, what you saying, brother? We had a whole show. Bill talked about it. I had all men on, and I asked the men, what is it that you don't like about the sisters? And we talking about black sisters. And most of us was black. And number one, they was talking about the hair weave and the lashes. And, we named a lot of things. So, but this program that we're talking about now, we're more concerned about not what we don't like, but it's to inform the women that the same hair that they love to wear, that synthetic hair, has a cancer-causing agent in it, chemicals in it. So that's the message that we're trying to get out today. We're not trying to get into a debate. And I understand what you're saying. That's another day, another topic. I feel you on that, brother. I feel you on that. But we want to get the message out to our sisters.
You also have a topic. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
So can you also have a conversation about, because to be honest with you, I care about them sexualizing themselves much more than I care about the weave.
Well, see, okay, sir. There has been a study out, just came out, that they tested, I think it was 10 or 12 different synthetic weave that it causes cancer. So that's what we're focusing on right now. I understand what you're saying. We know, even I'm going to tell y'all a secret too. This is not a secret. Don't you know the toilet tissue that we use, a lot of it, you can catch cancer too as well, with the tissue that they sell? I'm just telling y'all, a lot of us don't know that. Yeah, but I'm not trying to switch the conversation. So it's a lot of things that we need to.
I feel like you're talking to a brick wall. I think they already know this.
Well,
I think they already know these
sir,
things. It's not about.
Okay, sir. My thing is, it's a possibility you're correct, but what about the little children that don't have a choice? Why? Okay, if you're an adult and you want to wear some cancer on top of your head, don't put it on top of your children's head. You wear it. That's all I'm saying.
You tell a black woman what to do with her child. You got a better chance telling her not
to do it. Hey, brother. All black women are not the same, brother. So don't loop them. Don't group them all in one category. All black men ain't the same. So you can't do that. No, I'm just saying.
They don't like to be told. Well, no woman likes to be told what to do, no matter what race she is.
Well, listen. It's a matter of who they taking instructions from. It's how you say it too.
Can I interject in there as a woman?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Tell me what to do.
Right.
You don't tell women what to do. That's the
that's
the issue. Is
that's
that we
always point ever made.
Yeah.
We all are adults. We all are adults. But for a patriarchal person to get on there and say women don't like to be told what to do, we're both adults. How about we have a conversation? And then you tell me, and we talk about it, and we discuss it. Nobody. If I told you as a man what to do, you'll say I'm too bossy. So telling somebody as an adult, whether it be male or female, is not what we should say. we should say we should have women that don't like to have the conversation, but being told what to do, no, that's
exactly what I'm gonna say. I'm going to say y'all don't like to be told what to do. I'm gonna say it.
Well, listen, sir,
It ain't even about. Yes.
Sir, the brother just said it.
You would shut women down, telling them, "I'm going to tell you what to do." If I as a woman came to you and said, "Listen, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you."
Those are your words, not mine. You didn't try to get understanding what I was saying. Mr. Martin just went off.
It's bad.
See, that's why I want to go.
Understanding of what I was saying before you responded.
I am just trying to say to keep people engaged or women engaged. Stop saying what we tell women what to do. That's kind of a touchy situation. You have to have a conversation with your partner.
Men tell each other what to do. Men don't have a problem being told what to do. We're born and designed. We are designed to do what we're supposed to do.
Y'all.
When you're at work,
we're gonna end.
Martin, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna put myself back on mute.
Yeah, because see, listen, hold it, people. Hold it. I'm not. Listen, I'm not finna lose control of this live today, people. And that was my last final call. You know, what I'm just saying. It gets out of the hand, and it goes down sometimes. Yes, it does. It does. I'm being honest with you. But I'm not.
What we're supposed to do. We family fights.
But listen, we're not. But we're trying to get a message across, brother. That's another show. We can debate on another show. But tonight, I don't want it to go that way. You know, I don't want to go. It's a lot of things that we can say on both sides. You know, that's what I'm saying. I understand. So, listen. All I ask is
what the sister was saying. She's correct.
Right.
Nobody should want to do that, but that's not what I was saying. I would have rather her understood before responding, but I understand that.
Right. But you know, let me just say this, brother. Let me just see. The tone that you're speaking in, you got to watch that too as well too.
I'm speaking in the gangster tone. I can't help it.
I know, but listen.
but I'm a gangster.
I know. Well, you know, we could turn it off and turn it on. We don't have to be a gangster in every conversation, in every situation either.
I'm mad when I wake up. I'm mad at bacon. I'm trying to tell you, it goes down. I did school because of recess.
Okay.
Now it's not time for you to be gangster. Now it's time for us to listen to you talk about cancer and our cancer agents and our hair products.
Right. All right.
Not gangster.
Right. Thank you.
I'm trying to be a thug.
All right.
I apologize. I'm back. I apologize. God ain't done with me yet. He's still working on me.
All right.
PSA, public service announcement.
Right.
I done called your show a few times, brother. I actually called your show a few times.
Okay.
But
I
always use my little African voice when I talk to you. You and I talk, I talk, and then I do conversations with you.
Oh yeah. But it don't make me. Listen, brother. I got patience like Job, so you don't bother me at all. I'm here listening. I talk with long as you respectful.
I'm glad to hear your actual voice because I do know who he's talking about.
I know exactly who he's talking about, but I always be patient with him, even though he come with that accent. I know it's a prank, but I just go and play the role right along with it. It doesn't matter to me, brother. This is a show. This is serious, and what we say on this program, I mean business. I'm not a messy program. I tell people, if you want some mess, you're probably on the wrong program. You got other places. All they dwell about is talk about who's.
For him to call in with that, we don't get out of the toe. He's probably trying to do it again. So I just want women or people on here to just understand the conversation or the topic is bigger than anything what he's talking about. Martin is trying to educate the community about what's going on because a lot of people may not have known about this. I've heard about it and know about things to do to try to prevent it and other things to use instead of the hair coming from overseas. But I want us to stay focused and be mindful of our words and how we talk to each other because it's about education, not about blaming or saying things or derogatory statements. I just want us to have a nice conversation about this. And again, Martin, I want to thank you. I'm probably going to end my conversation now.
Well, I'm getting ready.
Here for a while,
I'm getting ready to end now.
You.
I was trying to. He was my last caller. I was done after him anyway, but you know he just kept getting aggressive, and I'm tell him I didn't want it to go that way, you know. And
I know what you need to drink it, and can I have a cup of it?
Yeah, okay. All right, people, y'all already know what it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people, thank you guys for calling. That ends our show right here. Thank you for calling. Make sure you like the video. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel. We thank you. We welcome all guests. We welcome Democrats, Republicans, rich, poor, black or white. No make a difference. What is your walk of life? We just love to hear from you. Sometimes people call in and they just don't have nothing. Just ask a question. And not me, but you can always ask the panel. I hate when people call in and ask me questions. I'm the one doing the interviewing. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Share the video. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, do the same. Like and share. Send it to someone. We got to get the message out. I want to thank the ladies for being very cooperative tonight. Thank you, Dr. D, and all the wonderful men that came on the panel tonight. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, and unedited. Peace out.